Now we're going to install a wood window with a non-integral brick mold casing. We will use a B method of window installation. In this application, we're going to use a rigid pan system. When using a rigid pan, it's extremely important to assemble the pan using the materials and directions supplied by the pan manufacturer. In this case, the manufacturer supplies us with a special glue that must be used. We trim the pan, apply the glue, and assemble the pan corners. Do not ever assemble your pan without using the glue provided by the manufacturer. Also, never assemble your pan without using glue. Now we apply a bib under the rough opening, so that later additional building paper may be tucked up underneath it. Keep your staples tight to the rough opening, remembering that this bib will be pulled up later by another tradesman. Now apply the sealant down each trimmer and completely across the sill of the rough opening so that our rigid pan may be completely pressed into wet sealant. Run 2 courses of sealant, one towards the inside of the rough opening and one towards the outside of the rough opening. Now apply sealant to the lower inside vertical face of the pan. This will stop water from entering the rough opening from below the pan. Set your pan into the wet sealant as shown. Apply fasteners, and tool the excess sealant flat. Now apply your plastic shims into the pan system. Apply your Tech Flash side flashing and J-roller the flashing flat, eliminating any wrinkles that may have existed. Now apply your top course of Tech Flash. Remember to use the same flashing cut formula that we described in the previous demonstration. Remember, this flashing formula will be on your final exam. Now we're ready to set the window. First, we apply sealant behind the brick mold casing at the intersection of the brick mold casing and the jamb. Apply sealant to any upper and lower miters and apply sealant to the outside edge of the brick mold casing. Remember to use a plump 3/8 of an inch bead of sealant. Set the window into the rigid pan system sill first, and then tilt the window into place. Notice that the Tech Flash extends away from the brick mold casing 2 inches or more in every direction. The edge of the brick mold casing is considered your critical interface. Basically, what you need to know is that your flashing must extend a minimum of 2 inches away from the critical interface. By the way, this information on critical interface will be on your final exam. Now make sure your window is level, square, and plumb, and begin the fastening process. You will notice that we like screws. However, 8-penny nails or larger are acceptable as well. Rigid head flashing is extremely important above the brick mold casing of a wood window. You can use metal head flashing, or like we are demonstrating, a plastic head flashing. Always set the head flashing into wet sealant. Sealant should be applied on top of the brick mold casing and to the face of the vertical wall. After you've assembled your rigid head flashing, press the rigid head flashing into the wet Tech Seal and then fasten as required. Next, apply Tech Flash across the top of the rigid head flashing as we're showing here, and J-roller it flat. There should be some excess squeeze out down the sides of the brick mold casing, and you should butter it flat in consideration of future trades. Now apply Tech Foam around the entire perimeter of the window from the inside. Don't overfill foam into the pan. We simply need a seal between the pan and the window. After approximately 15 to 20 minutes, you may trim off the excess foam.